everyone, and welcome to the 8th episode of this series. In this episode, we're going to continue on skilling up, leveling up stuff, and getting promoted, hopefully. Anyways, I'm just sending everyone off to what they need to be doing. Also, I am going to try to get their lifetime wish done, if I can. At least starting it out. I'm trying something new this episode because I have a headache that I had for 3 days so far, so I don't want it to be just chatting to the screen in a dark room for a long time. I'm using 16 times speed, so this episode's a bit shorter. It's not as skippy as I thought it would be. And I forgot she's pregnant until now. Because I recorded this a while ago. And I just now got to talking over it. I'm getting everyone's needs taken care of right now so they can get up for work and school. Like always, I will be sending the kids to school a bit early so they don't get stuck in the waiting to get into the school because of routing. If my headache doesn't go away by tomorrow, I will probably have to see a doctor about that. Lately, I've not been able to do a lot of recording because of other stuff going on in my life that I need to prioritize over than recording video games. And talking over them. Everyone is ready to go to school. I'm just kind of sending them over to one side here just to make sure that they can go. Since he works at a different time than the main character, he'll just go to the library. Oh yeah, she's pregnant, so she doesn't go to work. She'll get money for being on maternity leave, but anyways, let's see. I don't keep my Sims inventory very full. I do that out of habit because of Minecraft. Because I hate losing items in Minecraft because I died in the game. And the world that I mentioned in the other series, the Minecraft series, I still am playing that world. Not the series world, but the world I keep mentioning in that series. With that one, I'm going to just put out the videos, kind of speed it up because a lot of the stuff that I'm doing is not all that interesting. Because I'm just playing a world just how I want to play it. Because I'm just kind of more focusing on building a base at that with this world and not doing too much progress, I guess, unless it's really necessary. And once again, it's a 1.12 world, because I can't really play any higher right now without really harming my computer doing that. I'll see if I can try to record 1.20 that's coming out pretty soon. Oh, and I also put the baby stuff in a room for her new baby. Depending on what the kid likes, I'll change the room accordingly. It's a girl, and I named her whatever I named her. I know it's a Polish name because the character is Polish. Because when I randomized the name, it had a Polish name because due to naming mods that I put in. So I have different names than normal. But it does not help me trying to pronounce them. Because the names that I can pronounce very well is quite a few of them. But I just don't want to use the same bit of names over and over again. I want names that are kind of unique so I can tell them apart from other Sims. Though in The Sims 3, that's not very hard to be unique in the game because of genetics in the game. I have the father take care of the kid also, so he can have a better relationship with his daughter here. Because I tend to play happy families for the most part. Except for there's this one family in a custom world that I made. They're not. Actually, there's a couple families in different worlds that are not very happy with each other. They tend to be the more interesting families in the Sims worlds that I make. Because, for the most part, the other townies in the game, I cannot purposely make them not very interesting. And kind of have you make your own story out of them. Just to make it how you guys want to play it. Oh, and he turned into a teenager. I will be changing his outfit pretty soon. Because his favorite color is purple, his outfits are going to have purple in it, unless otherwise I have a particular look for him. Like the athletic wear is going to be that blue and white outfit. Anyways, also with my custom worlds, they're at best. And let's change his hair out. I forgot he's the one with the pointy ears. He didn't inherit his mother's ears. And I was trying to find a hairstyle that would go with his ears too. That doesn't look all that bad. I don't normally use this hairstyle, but it works for this sim. I do like that I have the sprinkler helping with the gardening, because it does help a lot. It saves a little bit more time. And I was buying some stuff for gardening because I know we'll be needing eggs and cheese eventually, because you can plant them once you do certain opportunities. And there is an opportunity involving the cheese. And I'm changing this room up to match the sim. Because the two DeMayo kids are gonna eventually be moved out of the house, the kids will have their own bedroom. And the DeMayos are gonna have their own kind of series in life. Because I don't want to overcrowd for when I do World Adventure, because 3 isn't going to be enough for me until they start having families. And I'm changing that. I couldn't delete the carpet from underneath the crib because the kid was in there. So I kind of moved the crib and changed the color, and I was getting a couple of the taller stuff that I deleted from the mod. Because I was gonna not have a third kid, but I changed my mind, and she's here. Because I know there was a third trade for the World Adventures, and I did want them to each have a different trait. She's a toddler, and her outfits are gonna be yellow when it's kind of necessary. Oh, and with the World Adventures traits, as the kids age up to young adults, I'm just going to randomize their traits to whatever first World Adventure trait they get, unless the sibling already has it. So one's going to have the adventure one, one's going to have the discipline, and one's going to have the photography one. I think maybe there was a 4th trait for World Adventures. Maybe. I'll have to double check that information. But I knew I wanted each child to have a different World Adventure trait so I can kind of focus on different aspects of World Adventures when I can. And the DeMayos are going to eventually come back. Not in World Adventure, but maybe after World Adventures. Because I am planning them to breed into the family. Married into the family eventually. I just have to figure out how I'm going to do that. I do need to make sure that she gets all her toddler stuff done as best as I can. I do need to figure out eventually how I'm going to put a basement in this house. Because there was a kind of a glitch going on. Because where I wanted to put the staircase in the garage, it wasn't letting me. So I'm going to have to figure out what to do about that. I probably will have to delete some of the garage and then put the stairs in and then rebuild the garage. But they can't afford that right now. They have to have enough for bills, and I am kind of in the middle of remodeling some stuff. I'm not real thrilled about where the stairs are right now for getting to the second story because it looks like a routing issue to me. Gonna be a routing issue. I do enjoy that toddler mod because it helps to have the toddlers able to do things on their own. So my Sims can focus on their skills and getting promoted too, while the toddlers do what they need to do. I do know about the store items, but I cannot afford doing that. Because I have other obligations too to do. Like my cat, my fish tanks. Fish keeping is not cheap, by the way. But it's a fun hobby to have. I had the weirdest dream last night. I dreamt that I was breeding angelfish, which are part of the cichlid family. And they are not nice fish. At least attitude-wise. At least the ones that I encounter. Anyways, my dream is that I bred some really colorful angelfish. I actually do know how to breed them. And me actually doing that is another thing on its own. Because I'm not real fond of angelfish. And also, I don't have the tank space for that because I would have to use my 29-gallon tank to breed them. But there's already fish in there, which is going to be a problem because the angelfish do guard their eggs and they will eat their eggs if they're too stressed. Because I've seen it happen. Because my uncle tried to breed some. They got really stressed because of the plecos in their tank. And they ate it. Also, the plecos ate some of their eggs too. Mentioning plecos, I have a pleco named Norman. And he's adorable. But unfortunately, I will have to give him away because I can't afford to get a tank for him that's big enough. I thought I would be able to, but right now I cannot budget that. I did know I didn't know that what I was getting myself into. Because I know the Pleco that I have is gonna get real big. He's a common Pleco and they can get 2 feet. And live 15 years. Oh, and I guess I got a wild hair up my back end and wanted to expand the house a little bit so I can have like a little patio up there. And I was painting the rest of the house. I guess I changed my mind about the white on the second story. And I'm just going to use the free paint, wall paint here and the flooring for that room just to at least have something. So when they go in there, they're not getting a bad moodlet from it. I will be using this house for World Adventure. Originally, I was planning on going to another world, but that did not work out for me. Because I was just going to use one of my customized worlds, but I realized I don't have a 20 by 30 in the base. The worlds that I made are just base game. I have a 20 by 25 lot, but not any 20 by 30 lots. It looks like it's a weekend in this game at this point. So I'm just going to have the teenagers skill up their skills, get better relationships. And also have the mother of the child work on teaching her to talk, looks like. It looks like I'm just setting up everyone to go to bed because I was getting near to the end of the episode because I play only a week in the game. Oh, and it looks like Dorothy's out to play. Since these guys are going to wake up pretty early still, I'm just going to have them dance at the stereo just to keep them busy. And also to hopefully get their relationship up a little bit. It looks like it's someone's birthday today. I'll worry about aging them up in the next episode. And I finally did move that telescope from the middle of the yard. And I was seeing what was going on with this lot. I did move a couple things around to see if it will have the watch show up again. And it looks like it did. I also left a radio there a while ago and I forgot about it, so I kind of put it in the house. Like every episode, I do reset the town just to get Sims unstuck from areas, because sometimes they do get stuck and it does cause some lag, which I'm okay with to a certain point. With The Sims 4, the lag really shouldn't be happening that much, because that is optimized for